Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Sixers Play-by-Play here on Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully, you guys are doing well, having yourselves a very fantastic day. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. So now, oh, man. Well, okay, the Philadelphia 76ers did play a game yesterday. Probably not a lot of you remember that because we had a big loss yesterday, of course. Sorry to bring it up. But, the 76ers also suffered a loss yesterday, and they're going to try to get some redemption today against the same team, and that is the Toronto Raptors. Tyrese Maxey now, by the way, is 7 career games with 30-plus points against the Toronto Raptors, which is just absolutely insane when you really think about it. But before we even dive into things, I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. What's up, Seema Fox? Seema Fox is here. Steve is here. Steve says, you ready, JJ? You got to call a Sixers game. Ready or not, man, here I come. Let's go. What's up, Long Ball? What's going on, man? At the Scotiabank Arena, that's where the Philadelphia 76ers are playing tonight. Kyle Lowry did just actually get a big salute to the Toronto faithful. And, so we got a 76ers game going on in just a little bit. And, yeah, man, look, the 76ers did not play a good game of basketball yesterday. The last time that I checked, Paul George and Joel Embiid were considered to be questionable for tonight's game. I have not gotten a report yet on if they are playing. It actually, I believe that I actually just checked it over on the YouTube side of things. I think Paul George and Joel Embiid are actually playing because they're not on the injury report right now. I refreshed it like 2 minutes ago, and they were still listed as questionable. So I guess that they are going to be playing in tonight's game because I don't see anything over on the ESPN side of things. So that is a very good sign. The 76ers have got to do a good job boxing out tonight. They really missed Paul George in regards to his defense in last night's game from what I heard and from what I saw. But VJ Edgecombe had some big-time minutes, and he made a couple of really nice shots. And the 76ers just need to do a really good job on both ends of the floor in tonight's game. I want to hear what your final score predictions are. Let me know down below as well. College baseball, let's go, says Andrew. Yes, sir. Rhino Nation in the house. All right, you guys, if you have not, if you are living under a rock, man, I got to tell you, Rising Rhino does an awesome job covering the NFL. He covers a lot of football. He is a football-driven channel. He also does the Colorado Avalanche, and he does the Denver Nuggets as well. You definitely want to go check out his channel. Drop your link down below, my friend. He'll be covering the Steelers game, of course, tonight. We will not be doing the Steelers game tonight, but we are going to be doing some NFL playoff games next weekend, which I'm really excited about. But yes, all right, so the 76ers about ready to get started. It is 7:33 p.m. Eastern Time. We still got to wait another 5 minutes or so. But drop the final score predictions down below as I stutter and stumble on my words. But yeah, drop your final score predictions down below. Philadelphia, they are 21-16 on the season, 11-7 on the road, and they are playing in Toronto. It's a big game for the 76ers because they want to continue to gain ground in the standings against the Toronto Raptors. Toronto is 24-16, and they are way ahead of the 76ers. They're really not way ahead. I mean, the 76ers are 21-16, but still, you want to try to just gain some ground. There's Rhino Nation right there. My man Longball just dropped that link. He is the absolute. And so is the rest of the chat. Yes, sir. All right, how you doing tonight, my friend Scott? Dude, I'm doing really well. I'm very happy to see you on here, and I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this Philadelphia 76ers game. We got to go out there. We got to get a W, my friend. We got to bounce back from last night. So that's really what the bottom line is. 108-109, Philly wins. Ooh, 109-108, Philadelphia. I'll take that. Yes, sir. I will absolutely take that. There's also 5 other NBA games that are supposed to be happening tonight, but obviously we're just covering the Philadelphia 76ers game. I would actually do more tonight, but I do actually have to do something after stream. But man, I'm excited with what's going to come content-wise for the week. You know, we're definitely going to get back into the swing of things, and I'm really excited about that. So 109-108, I just saw that final score prediction. That's cool. More final score predictions, and also let me know down below too, who do you think is going to be the X factor in tonight's game for Philadelphia? I think that the X factor tonight for the 76ers is going to be Paul George, and here's why. If Paul George is playing, by the way, which it seems like he is. I don't see him on the injury report. I saw him on the injury report a couple of minutes ago. They said that he was a game-time decision, but he's not there. But I think that Paul George is the X factor in tonight's game, and the reason why is because the 76ers missed him in regards to his defense last night. His perimeter defense has been really strong, and just his overall physicality on both ends has been really good, and I think that if he can knock down shots tonight, that's really going to help the 76ers, and that's going to ease a lot of the attention, if you will, on Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. So I'm going to go with Paul George as my X factor for tonight's game, but let me know who you guys think is the X factor for this game for Philadelphia. Lomball says, I'll be back at it after the game. Rhino, I'm a win away from getting a record. That's awesome. Yes, sir. All righty. 82-23, that's the amount of subs that we have over on Play-by-Play with JJ. That is a beautiful view of Toronto and the Scotiabank Arena from the outside perspective. That's an awesome shot. All right, 7:37 p.m. Eastern Time, and we should be ready to get things started. We also got the Flyers playing tonight. Apparently, Trevor Zegras had I don't think he had a goal, but I think that he just put a tough shot on goal. Yes. All right, so let's make sure that we have this up and running. I want to make sure that this is correct. It is. That's cool. That's great. That's awesome. Let us know where you guys are tapping on in from down below, too, and how your Monday is going so far. So my final score prediction for tonight's game, I'm going to go 112. And I'm going to go 118 to 111, Philadelphia. I think 118, 111, Philadelphia is nice. As far as the officiating crew goes for tonight, Jason Gobble is one of the referees, along with Dedrick Taylor and Jemai Rawls. And so those are the crew members for tonight's game for this 76ers Raptors game. After this game is done, the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday will be playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they will be playing against Cleveland on Friday as well. So they play 2 games against Toronto. They're going to play 2 games against Cleveland, and then they're going to be back at it on Monday. And at that time, they will be playing against the Indiana Pacers. That'll be on Monday, January 19th. And they actually have a back-to-back. They play against Phoenix, too, at home. They really start off, what is this, a 5-game homestand, a 6-game homestand, where they play against Cleveland twice, Indiana, Phoenix, Houston, and New York. Wow, that's a lot of games at home. That's interesting. All right. Yes, sir. We just got a sub over on the YouTube side of things. That's absolutely awesome. 125 to 114 76ers. This is due to not having Embiid, PG, Maxey not having to play the last quarter. Paul George and Embiid based on their offense and most of all defensive play. I think that's a very good assessment, my friend. Welcome on into the chat, Ronald. Again, I really appreciate you for stopping on by. I think that's a very fair assessment, and I also really just think that the 76ers are going to be firing from 3 out of the gates. They're going to definitely be causing this Toronto team to be moving and shuffling their feet, and I just have a gut feeling tonight that the 76ers, they're going to get their points in the paint, but they're going to get some floor spacing as well, and they'll be able to knock down open shots. We've seen some times where the ball is just going through the hoop and nobody can be stopped, and then we see other nights where the 76ers just cannot hit a bucket at all whatsoever, but I just feel like that tonight is going to be one of those nights where everything's going on in for Philadelphia, especially after the way things went in last night's game as they lost a thrower in overtime, 116 to 115, led by Tyrese Maxey, by the way, who had another 38-point game. All right, it is 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The NBA, they never start on time, man. When you say it's 7:30, that means 7:40. That's just how it goes. That is how it goes. JJ, would you like me to keep you updated on the Flyers game tonight? Absolutely. You most certainly can, my friend. Big shout out to you. You're absolutely awesome. All right, the starting lineup for tonight's game for the Toronto Raptors, they have Emmanuel Quickley as the point guard, Jamal Sheehan at shooting guard, Brandon Ingram at the small forward, Scotty Barnes at the 4, and Colin Murray-Boyles at the 5. For the Sixers, it's Maxey at the 1, Edgecombe at the 2, George at the 3, Barlow at the 4, and number 21, that is Joel Hans Embiid at the 5 position. On NBC Sports Philadelphia, they say that the 76ers have really got to do a good job rebounding the ball and keep them in front. I don't know what keep them in front means, but I guess that the 76ers do have to stay in front in this game and just not take their foot off the gas pedal, which I technically do agree with. I mean, you cannot take this team for granted. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome aboard to Play by Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style for Sixers, Phillies, Eagles games, and we're also covering college basketball basketball as well. And now that the Eagles are out, of course, we're going to be doing some NFL playoff games as well. So you're going to see more coverage of me on here, which I'm very, very excited about. Speaking of excited, I'm excited about this game. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay. Nice. So the 76ers are ready to get things started. Joel Embiid is going to tip things off, and it's going to go into the hands of Emmanuel quickly. All right. Oops. Forgot to do this. There we go. And then I got to do this, don't I? Yes. Okay. There we go. Here's a little step back two. That's up, and that is good by Brandon Ingram. So forgot that we got to put our little scoreboard up here, our little box score, that is. Here's the box score for those of you that are able to see it. That is our box score for tonight's 76ers game. All right, the Sixers trying to respond over on the other side, not able to do so as the ball ends up going on out of bounds. All right, so let's put this up here. Yeah, I think that looks more clear. And George actually ended up getting fouled. So we are going to have some free throws. And the first free throw by PG is up, and it's good to make it a 2-1 game. All right, so the Sixers are in their white and blue uniforms. We're all good. We're all ready to rock and roll. And the Raptors are in their black, red, and white uniforms. 2-1 Toronto. And George, with the second foul shot, it's good.
Excellent.
So it's a 2-2 start so far out in Toronto. All right, 13 seconds are left on the play clock here for the Toronto Raptors. They have their 5 with the ball, and here's a 3 that's up, and it's no good by the Raptors, but they do get an offensive rebound by Brandon Ingram. Jamal Shead with the follow-through. No one could box him out, and that's good to now make it a 4-2 game. So Toronto able to get back in front against the 76ers. We talked about how rebounding is going to be a key factor in tonight's game for Philadelphia. Sixers doing a good job swinging the hot potato around. The ball finds George, who gets a screen from Embiid, puts up a tray, and knocks it down from the far wing. Good shot by Paul George, and that's now a 5-4 game. We've played just a minute and a half so far in this first quarter. Shead looking to pass it over to Ingram. And they give it back over to Jamal down the lane. Outside is Emmanuel quickly. He's trapped. The ball gets deflected off of the hands of Dominic Barlow, and it goes to the bounds over towards the near baseline. 4.7 seconds are left on the shot clock. So the Sixers doing a good job with their zone defense on that possession. And they just got to, as soon as the ball is inbounded, they just got to stick with the game plan. VJ Edgecombe plays solid defense. Unfortunately, though, Brandon Ingram just hit a jump shot from the baseline right in his face, and that's what makes it now a 6-5 ball game. I apologize if we're a little bit behind on the scoreboard. There's not much that I could do there. Maxey on a little teardrop to the basket, puts it up, and puts it in with the right hand. And just like that, Tyrese Maxey gives the 76ers the lead. They're up by 1. It's 7-6 with 9:43 left to go in the opening quarter. The Raptors almost turn it over. They play inside-outside basketball. A jump shot by Colin Murray-Boyles. No good. Grabs his own offensive rebound. And Emmanuel quickly has a floater that somehow, someway goes in. It hit the backside of the rim, and then it jumped up, hit the backside of the rim again, and then just went straight on down. It was like a double doink, and it still went on through. Embiid throws it away, and Brandon Ingram comes up with an easy pick there. Ingram outside to Quickly for 3, and Emmanuel Quickly able to hit a big-time tray to make it 11-7. Toronto is certainly making noise from beyond the arc. Here's Edgecombe for a 3 on the other side. Splash! Good shot by VJ Edgecombe, getting the Sixers back in action. Hello, JJ, says David Jones. He says, let's go, Sixers! Let's go, 76ers. We have another foul called, and it's on Paul George. That'll stop the clock with 8:40 left to go. Again, the Sixers, they're starting five. It's Maxey, Embiid, Barlow, George, and Edgecombe. And for Toronto, they got Ingram, Barnes, Murray, Bates, Quickly, and Shead. All right, 8:35 left to go in this first quarter. And Ingram again with a baseline J. Nobody was on him. He was untouchable. And it now makes it a 13-10 ball game. So that is what gives Toronto an extra 2 points. George to Embiid for the tie. It's a three. Got it. Straight on. So it's now a 13-13 ball game. Quickly on a drive to the basket. Tries to go up with a little pump fake and passes it out of the shot to Emmanuel Quickly. Puts up a teardrop inside, and Barlow grabs his miss. Outlet pass to Paul George as the Sixers move from left to right. George, Euro step, no. Embiid, rebound, puts it back up. He's fouled. And more free throws coming up for the big fella. What's up, David Jones? How you doing? Mark is also here. He says, hello, JJ. Hello, everybody in the chat. Do me a solid. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Comment down below. Have yourself a really nice time. Get active in the chat. We love it when people are talking, especially when things are going really well and when things are not going well. We're all here for each other, and we have a very awesome community. 13-13, 7:53 left to go in the first quarter. Embiid averaging 23.5 points per game this season, along with 7.1 rebounds per game, and he just gives the Sixers the lead, 14-13. The foul, by the way, was on Brandon Ingram, so that was a shooting foul. Tyrese Maxey is going to head on over to the bench. Joel in his last 10 games, listen to this, averaging 28.3 points per game. And 51.3% shooting-wise from the field, and 8.4 rebounds per game as well. And my mistake, Tyrese Maxey is still in there. Elijah Martin just came in for Jamal Shead, and Embiid just made the second foul shot. Excellent. All right, it's a 15-13 game. George trying to defend Brandon Ingram again. A little shimmy and a little pump fake, and giving it back over to Colin Murray-Boyles in the dunker spot, and he lays it up and lays it on in. Sixers not doing a good job with their paint defense, if you will, and they just turned the ball over as Paul George made a terrible pass. It was supposed to be to Joel Embiid, but it went out of bounds over towards the scorer's table, and Toronto trying to take advantage here. They have a pick and roll. Sixers can't do anything about it. A little tic-tac-toe play. Colin Murray-Bates goes flying down low and just throws it down with that left hand to make it 17-15 Toronto. Gosh, Colin Murray-Boyles just having himself quite a first quarter so far, acting like he's DeAndre Jordan, just getting to his spots down low in the dunker spot and then just hitting some easy dunks, making it look easy. Embiid with a shot that goes up, and the soft touch is good. From the left hash mark on the third hash mark on the left side, we're tied at 17, and a little breather taken by Toronto. Darko Mijakovic is going to take a timeout as we're tied up at 17 apiece. 6:50 left in the first quarter. All right. Chat, what's one word to describe your day so far? One word to describe your day so far. Let us know down below. Raymond is here. He says, yo, what's up, JJ? It's Ray from Naples. Let's go, baby. Oh, so happy to see you on here, Ray. I'm so happy, man. Big shout out to you. You guys are absolutely awesome. One word to describe your day. That's tough. I don't know. How would I describe my day? Complicated? Yeah. I'm just really happy to be on here, though. Very happy to see you guys. You guys really do make my day. And I really love this community. I don't know if you guys saw my announcement that I made, but you know, I don't like to say much about like stuff that I'm trying to do like behind the scenes. I really don't. I am really working on things that are going to happen during baseball season that I'm really excited about. But I also just really miss providing content every single day, if that makes sense. And I know that it's like really important that to like not burn yourself out. And after the baseball season, I mean, I definitely like wanted to take a little bit more of a step back and still obviously cover the Sixers and still obviously cover the Eagles. But after a little bit, I'm like, damn, I feel like I have a lot more in the gas tank when it comes to just producing more content. So, and this year I have a lot of goals for myself. I have a lot of goals that I'm really trying to push myself to achieve. And I'm looking forward to how this year's going to go. But I really want to try to up my game. You know, I always want to try to outduel myself. And so that's why we're going to be challenging ourselves a little bit more. We're going to be doing some more college basketball starting tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I think that that'll be really cool. We'll try to dive a little bit more into that. We're going to be doing some NFL playoffs. And then in March, we're going to get really busy. I mean, end of February, we got spring training, plus we got Sixers, plus we got March Madness, and we have a lot of content coming up in March. It's going to be a busy month, but I'm excited about that. So I just want to make sure that I give you guys my best quality of work. That's obviously really important to me, and I want you guys to be able to have fun, and I want to continue to just grow the brand. So all of that stuff is important. And we're still sticking, of course, to the main stuff, the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles, absolutely. But we're going to be adding more. I'm really excited about it. I am. All right, 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 5 seconds are left on the shot clock. Here's Brandon Ingram over on the far corner, and now takes it over towards the far elbow and puts up a layup. Can't do so. And he grabs his own rebound, puts up another baseline J, and another foul called. This is the highest scoring Blue Jays and Phillies game I've ever seen, Sister Show. Last night's Sixers game was insane, he says. Yeah, I didn't really get to watch it. Obviously, was sidetracked with another team in this city. So, and that was a playoff game. So that had all my attention. 18-17 is the score as Toronto takes the lead. Brandon Ingram at the line for a pair of foul shots. Barlow got called for the shooting foul, and the second free throw is good as gold. And Toronto now has a 19-17 lead. Barlow in this game, not a single field goal. Embiid is 2 for 2. Maxey's 1 for 1. And Edgecombe 1 for 1 as well. 5 assists for the 76ers as Barlow puts up a floater inside and gets it to go with the offhand. I don't know how he got it off, but he did. And we're tied up at 19 apiece with 6 minutes left to be played in the first quarter. Yeah, that's a pretty high. You're going to be doing March Madness? That'll be really cool. Yeah, I'm trying to really, I really want to get to that 15K. And I want to do more play-by-play, and I think that we can definitely do it. And I'm not forcing myself to do it. I'm really trying to push myself to just try to challenge myself to do it, if that makes sense. All right, here's a three that's up and out by Tyrese Maxey. Ingram got the board, quickly puts up a tray on the other side. It was a straight-on three, and Barlow will grab his miss. 76ers looking to try to take advantage here and get that lead back. Embiid to Maxey. Maxey's floater is up. He's fouled. And he will head to the line for a pair of free throws as the clock will stop with 5:12 to go in this first quarter. Elijah Martin just got called for the shooting foul there. Maxey is going to head on over to the line. The Sixers, by the way, lead the regular season series against the Raptors 2-1. They did lose last night's game, as we talked about, but they did end up winning the first two games. The Toronto Raptors won the first two games. The Sixers are 1-2 in the series. 20-19 as the first free throw is good. Quentin Grimes just entered in for VJ Edgecombe. And foul shot number 2 by Maxey.
Excellent.
It's good, too. 21-19, 5 minutes left to be played in the first quarter. Here's a 2 by Toronto. They can't respond. And Oubre comes up with the miss off of Emmanuel Quickley's hands. Maxey working around the screen, lets it fly, and drains it from the far wing. Joel Embiid being a positive screener for the 76ers. Whatever that means, a positive screener, I don't know where that came from. 24-19, 5-point lead for Philadelphia, and another foul that's going to stop the clock. It's on Dominic Barlow, and Adem Bona will step on in for Joel. Dominic Barlow also going to take a seat as he has 2 personal fouls in this game so far. 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Tyrese Maxey on the road this season, averaging 32.1 points per game, and that is the most in all of basketball. He's in front of SGA, who's averaging 32 points per game on the road. Anthony Davis is also up there in the top 5, and so is Luka Doncic as well. So that's pretty good company. 24-19, and another personal foul. It's on Quentin Grimes. Sixers have got to be careful. They've committed 4 fouls already, and Toronto is 3. So Toronto will inbound it again, this time from their own sideline near the scorer's table. The lineup for the Raptors, it's Ingram, Murray Boyles, Quickley, Mamukelashvili, and Martin. And here we go. 5 seconds left on the shot clock here, as they'll give it up over to Ingram, and his three-point shot just goes in and out. Offensive rebound, trying to tip it up and in, no good. That's Sandro Mamukelashvili, and he couldn't tip it on in. It'll be 76ers basketball. Sixers have just got to do a better job rebounding. I know that the rebounding itself has been pretty equal statistically, but it just seems like that they're just getting boxed out, and Toronto not being able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities. Oh, man. But, yes, I'm excited about March Madness. That's going to be really, really cool. 24-19, 4:13 left to go in the first quarter. Oubre going to pass it over to Paul George, and they'll give it back over to Quentin Grimes, who drives it inside with the left hand, looking for some help. He needs somebody to come on, and finally, Paul George starts moving, but they give it over to Tyrese Maxey, who goes down the lane, puts it up, puts it in, and he's fouled as well. And Jamal Shead is going to enter in for Emmanuel Quickley. We'll have an and one for Tyrese Maxey on the foul from Sandro, slapping him right on the left wrist. He just makes things look so easy. When he's cutting over to the basket, drawing that contact, it just is like watching poetry or just watching an artist, like Picasso paint a picture, really. 27-19 as the free throw is good, and the Sixers lead it by 8.
Excellent.
Give Tyrese Maxey 10 points. On the other side, Paul George fouls Mamukelashvili in the act of shooting, and he makes the layup. That was tough. And he got it to go. The level of difficulty on that shot was pretty high, and Sandro was going to answer back with a old-fashioned three-point play himself. And the free throw is good, and now it's back to a 5-point lead for the 76ers. Back and forth we go between Philadelphia and Toronto. Maxey leading the way with 10. Ingram has 8. Quickley is 7. Embiid is 7. And George has 5. George puts up a 2. He gets fouled, and he will make an and one opportunity. It's now 3 straight buckets where a team has gotten fouled in the act of shooting, and that'll stop the clock again. George getting the contact from Scotty Barnes. He stopped him in his tracks as he turned around and then just put his left elbow in front of him, got the contact on the elbow, and able to put it up and in. And George's foul shot is good as gold as well. Nice.
Excellent.
30-22, 76ers in the driver's seat right now. A 13-3 run by Philadelphia. Mamukelashvili looking for some help, looking to pass it, and gives it up over down low to Elijah Martin, whose layup is good. He thought he was fouled. The referee wasn't going to call it. He said that there's way too many and ones. Just kidding. 30-24. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this first quarter as Maxey drives it down the lane. Tough contest, and he spins around, puts it up, and puts it in. Another tough shot by Tyrese Maxey. These shots have just not looked easy so far. Oubre just had a nice block, but they're going to call a foul on Kelly Oubre Jr., and it looked like he got all ball there, and I think Nick Nurse is going to challenge this, and that's why a timeout is signaled. They haven't seen the green light go off just yet. It's 32-24. 76ers lead it by 8. They'll be right back in just a few moments. Yes, sir. It is 8:02 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your night to come on over here to support the channel. Play-by-play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well. We got 27 people active in the chat. You guys are absolutely awesome. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. I'll tell you, the offense has looked really good, but the defense has just got to be a little bit better. But I like what Tyrese Maxey and Paul George are doing on offense. Paul really seems like he's making a big impact in this game scoring-wise, which is really nice. And the Sixers are going to have to keep that up for sure. Yeah. Flyers, they're down 2-0. Couturier just won a face-off against Braden Point. Gensel and Holmberg each scored a goal. Gensel got his 20th goal of the season. Flyers 22-13-8. The Lightning 27-13-3. They're playing out in Philadelphia at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Oubre isn't tall enough for that block. That's why they need another 6'9 or 6'10 player who can play now, says Lawrence. But you don't want a center. Well, actually, I don't know if you said that. You said that you don't like Adem Bona out there with Joel Embiid. Was that correct? I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to make sure that I get this correct. Happy New Year to you, too, he says. Yes, sir. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Happy to see you on here. Yes, sir. Guys, if you have not done so already, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons, too. We're going to be covering some NCAA basketball on the channel starting tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. And then we got NFL playoffs this weekend. And, of course, we're still doing the 76ers all the way until the end of the year, until the end of the season. The sports world goes on. It just does. Forward. Got you. Makes sense. All right, Sandro is going to go to the line, and he will try to make 2 free throws. Sixers, I guess their challenge was unsuccessful. Grady Dick is going to enter on in. Sixers also will make a couple of substitutions themselves. So it was just a timeout. It was not a challenge. 32-24 is the score, and the free throw is missed, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by Kelly Oubre Jr. And the clock will stop with 2:52 left to go in the first quarter. So Mamu Kalashvili missed the second free throw. So it's 32-24. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's a foul line, Jay, that's up and in. And that's by Scotty Barnes. Grady Dick entered in for Brandon Ingram, Jabari Walker, and Joel Embiid will sub on in for both Bona and George. Maxey trying to operate on the offensive side for the 76ers. Hands it off over to Oubre. And a pass to Joel Embiid at the top of the perimeter. Maxey wants to dance, puts it up, and knocks down the tree again. Tyrese Maxey absolutely lighting it up, and he's on fire. Drop those maxey emotes. That was from 28 feet. Grimes tried to go for the rebound, collided into his own teammate. That was Kelly Oubre Jr., and Embiid is able to track down the board. Maxey crossing over again, working around the screen, set by Embiid. Another three, and he continues to line it up again. 38 points for the 76ers, and it's all because of Tyrese Maxey. Man, 18 points for the kid in 10 minutes, and he is 3 for 4 from downtown. He's only missed one field goal in this game. He's 6 for 7, doesn't have an assist or a rebound in this game, but he's a plus 12 out there, and he is just scoring it all for Philadelphia. 38-26. Jamison Battle will enter in for Elijah Martin, and the Raptors are going to have the basketball with 1 minute and 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. What's up, JJ, says DN. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Happy to see you on here, folks. If you guys like Washington, D.C. sports, if you like NFL football, if you love Major League Baseball, or if you like college hoops, NBA hoops, you definitely should go check out my guy, District Nation. He does an awesome job. Toronto is going to turn it over, and the 76ers are going to get the basketball back. It'll be Quentin Grimes looking to inbound it for the 76ers. Drop your link down below, my guy. Make sure that you do that. Oubre gets the inbound pass from Quentin Grimes, and with 90 seconds to go, Sixers have the ball. So they're working from left to right. Embiid dribbling, handing it off over to Tyrese Maxey again at the top of the key. They swing it to Walker. Bounce pass to Embiid on the low block. Pump fake, puts it up, can't put it in. Good defense by Toronto. And we have another foul on Philadelphia out in transition. It's not a transition foul per se. It was a personal, but, however, that's going to put the Toronto Raptors in the bonus. It was on Quentin Grimes. A personal foul on him. DN says, I'm doing great. Hope you're having a great night. See your 76ers have a little bit of some rhythm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the 76ers in rhythm, which is absolutely nice. The football team was not in rhythm, but it is what it is. 38-27 with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Steve. What's up, Stevie? How you doing, man? He says, go Raptors. Dude, I'm so happy that you're tuning on in. Hopefully you enjoy this play-by-play. 38-20, it is Scotty Barnes. Makes both free throws. Edgecombe steps back in for Grimes. Here's Maxey again, handing it off to Embiid at the top of the perimeter. Embiid backing down Scotty Barnes. Too easy for him. Puts up a little jump shot and gets him right on the little pump fake. And that now makes it 40-28. Philadelphia up by 12. Sixers playing good defense as Grady Dick puts up a tray, and Tyrese Maxey tracks down his miss. Maxey, outlet pass to Edgecombe. Edgecombe, back over to Oubre. His three-point shot. Everything going in for the Sixers. 43 points for Philadelphia. They cannot miss. Mamukelashvili is going to get the inbound pass. They'll hand it off again. It'll be over to Jamal Shead, who works up a three. It was off balance. Edgecombe grabs his miss. 24 seconds to go and about 3 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. 43-28. And now 15 seconds left to go on the game clock. Maxey wants to get things going, wants to dance. Embiid works up a screen on his defender, and he gets the switch that he wants. Embiid at the top of the key. 3 seconds left to go. Tries to pass it. It's supposed to go over to Edgecombe, and we have the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Philadelphia basketball. They will actually call a personal foul with 5 seconds to go, and the Raptors are going to take a timeout here, according to ESPN. Exactly 5 seconds left in this first quarter. And again, don't know if they're going to challenge this or not, but they do call for a timeout. Saw that CMC had your number. He's a good running back for the 49ers. Yep. He had a great day, and so did Juwan Jennings and Kyle Shanahan. They outplayed the 76ers, that's for sure. Or sorry, they outplayed the Eagles, that's for sure. I need to definitely take a step off once we are done the first quarter. Gotta make sure I do that. But, dude, I'm so happy to see you on here, man. I'm so happy to see everybody on here. I really hope that you guys enjoy this. They are challenging this. It's a foul. I don't know why it's challenging that. Well, it's pretty obvious to me that it was a reach-in. I honestly can't believe Josh Johnson beat your backups in the last regular season game. Don't remind me. I'm already down bad. Just kidding. Totally just kidding. But yes, I know. Yep, I know. All right, so the coach's challenge, is it successful or not, is the question. They just came back from a timeout. Ugh. Man, sorry about the yawn. That was bad. 43-28, 76ers are up by 15 points with 5 seconds left in the first quarter. So Toronto just used their only challenge. It was unsuccessful. Got him on the left arm. That's really weird. So Embiid is going to head to the line, and he will shoot 2 free throws. Give the big fella 9 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. First one by Embiid is going down the drain. It's good. 44 points for the 76ers. There's Darko Rajakovic in his 3rd season with Toronto. 79 and 125 in his tenure. 44 points for the 76ers and make it 45 on the second foul shots.
Excellent.
They actually had 9/10 of a second left on the game clock. Here's Scotty Barnes going downhill, going up with a tough 2 over Jabari Walker. Good defense. And Embiid is able to get the rebound, and he throws it away, and that's going to do it. All right, so the 76ers put up 45 points in the first quarter. They were making almost everything. And we'll be right back in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for quarter number 2. 45-28 is the score. are ready to start off the second quarter. 76ers lead at 45-28. They're going to get the ball first. Grimes gets it over on the far corner, puts up a tray, and he knocks it down. Sixers picking up right where they left off from the first quarter as they make yet another tray. It's 48-28. Here comes Toronto on the other side. They give it up to a wide-open three-point shooter. It's Jamison Battle, and he knocks it down from the near corner. My man Scotty B needs to get going, says Stevie V. Hey, man, I hear you. Scotty is definitely having himself a really good season, but it's been a little bit cold so far in this game. 1 for 6 from the field. Yikes, got to be better than that. 48 points for the 76ers. They just missed a tray from Joel Embiid. Edgecombe does a good job, though, deflecting the pass as Toronto has the ball on the other side. Here's Lawson with a tray from the near corner, and he buckles down and gets it to go. A wide open three. They say that the corner three, when you leave a shooter wide open, that's the easiest shot to take. And, well, he knocked it down and certainly made it look easy. That's A.J. Lawson. Grimes going up for a tough two. He puts it up, and they're going to give him the two, as they will call goaltending, I believe. They called it over on ESPN. Did they call it on NBC? It's a shooting foul on Grady Dick. And I think that that's goaltending as well. 50-34. Yep. And the end one is coming on up for Quentin Grimes. Here it is. It is good. Excellent. All right, since we went through this too with Aguilar at the wide receiver too, I'll tell you what, man, there definitely has to be some changes, that's for sure. Dick, again, wide open for three. In and out it goes. The basketball god said no. Went halfway in and then just drained on out. Sixers get a rebound. Walker for three for Philadelphia. Everything continues to go in. Told you. I figured that everything was going to start going on in for the 76ers. They're 9 for 11 from three in this game so far. It's like that they're just hitting home runs. 10:06 left to go in the second quarter, and a foul issued on Adembona. The lineup for the Sixers, it's Paul George, VJ Edgecombe, Jabari Walker, Adembona, and Quentin Grimes for the 76ers. The Raptors have Barnes, Quickly, Battle, Lawson, and Dick all out there for the Raptors. Here we go. A drive inside by Emmanuel Quickly. Double team comes. He passes it out of the little layup. And Lawson gives it back over to Battle for another three, and that's just a little bit off. Grimes catches his miss. He takes it down low, looking to hand it off over to Jabari Walker. He hesitated a little bit, almost fumbled the ball, gets it back, and lays it up and lays it on in. 11 points for the 76ers, and Toronto has given up 56 so far in this game. If you can believe that. Dick just traveled, and actually they said that he stepped out of bounds first over on the left side of the baseline, and the Sixers are going to get the basketball back yet again. So sloppy basketball for the Toronto Raptors, and the Sixers are certainly taking advantage, but the Sixers, unfortunately, provided the sloppy play. They turned it over. Adembona, who lost the ball, just blocked Scotty Barnes' layup. Dick got the offensive rebound. And just like that, Toronto gets fouled by Quentin Grimes. I believe it was Grady Dick who tried to go back up with a shot. 9:21 left to go in the second quarter. And we have some free throws coming up. It was actually A.J. Lawson who made the layup, and he's going to the line for one more. Colton is here. What's going on? Old man Ferguson says PG hurt again. Bet he gets better when he gets close to another contract. What a fraud. He's playing in this game. I don't know where you see PG's hurt. He's playing. 56-36, and the free throw is up, and it's in. It's a 19-point game now, 56-37. Paul George has 8 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. It's up on the scoreboard here if you can see it. He's playing. 9:11 left to go in the second quarter. Didn't play in last night's game, but he's in there tonight, and so is Joel Embiid as well. I'm playing PG in fantasy. He's putting up fantasy points. Yes, sir. Love all the Philly people gathering here in the JJ zone. And again, drop your link down below, my friend. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, too, if you guys are new to the channel. 9:05 left to be played in the second quarter. Here's Paul George getting the basketball. Almost fumbled it. Now it's to pass it out to Edgecombe for a wide-open three. Bullseye! It was a straight-on three by VJ Edgecombe, 59-37. That's the 10-3 that the 76ers have cashed in this first half so far. Dick on the perimeter, crossing over, running it down low, giving it back to Lawson for a tray on the near corner. Can't get it, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Raptors, and the Sixers will try to, again, take advantage of that misplay. How about George just making a really nice pass? And as the defense of Toronto was collapsing, focusing all their attention on Paul George, Edgecombe again just makes them pay. 59-37. Another three by VJ. Yes! Oh, my goodness. 62 points as the 76ers are putting on a clinic against the Raptors. 62-37. We have a personal foul on the other side. It's on Jabari Walker. But the Sixers offense is just giving the Raptors nightmares so far in this first half. They're just not even putting anybody on them. And the Sixers, they're getting the looks. And they're making these Raptors pay. Just like that. If anyone's a DC or Mavs fan, check out my channel. Yes, I forgot to make sure that I mentioned the Mavs too. Here's a layup that up by Toronto, and that is no good. We have a foul on Jabari Walker. That's the personal foul. 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Will you ever miss as District Nation? 10 for 13, man. 10 for 13. Now, actually, it's 11 for 13. Let me give them credit where credit is due. They're shooting 83% from the field. They're 11 for 13 from 3, 20 for 24 from the field. Just unbelievable. First foul shot, no good. Second one, it's good by Toronto. And it's now 62-38. Maxey with 18 points, Ingram with 8. Leading both teams. I wish that this was the equal score. I hear you, man. I hear you on that. That's definitely true. Paul George puts up a tray. He just missed it. Hit off the right side of the rim. And as the Sixers had Kelly Oubre attack and go for the rebound, he lost it, and it went out of bounds. Okay, 62-38. Less than 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here comes Emmanuel quickly, losing the basketball. Edgecombe just picked it up and just found Kelly Oubre Jr. driving to the basket. He lays it up and in. And a timeout burned by Toronto, 64-38. And we'll be right back in just a little bit. All right, it is 8:28 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully you guys are having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Let's change that lighting a little bit. There we go. That's better. 64-30 is the score. Joel Embiid is going to enter in for a Dembona. We also have Dominic Barlow and Jared McCain coming on in, too, for the 76ers for Paul George. And Jabari Walker. Manuel quickly is going to get the inbound pass here for the Raptors. 64-30 is the score, and we're in the second quarter with 7:25 left to go. I mean, it's just crazy how many points the Sixers have had in this game. Here's a little two by Emmanuel quickly, and he puts it up and knocks it on down. Sixers in this game are 21 for 26 from the field. Embiid to Edgecombe. They play a little game of catch. Joel spinning, turning, fading away, and knocking down another foul line jumper. And it was heavily contested, too, and he still got it to go. Wonder what the difficulty is on NBA 2K. 66-40, 6:45 left to go, and a tray is up and no good. That's going to go on out of bounds. It'll be last touch, though, by the 76ers. Oh, man. I was going to say, is that Kyle Lowry? No, it's not. Barlow, Embiid, Edgecombe, Oubre, and McCain all out there for the 76ers. And for the Raptors, they got Ingram, Murray Boyles, Quickly, Mamukelashvili, and Martin. So the inbound pass is going to go over to Mamukelashvili. Takes it over towards the top of the key. Bounce passes it over to Brandon Ingram again, who drives it down the lane, puts up a two. It's blocked by Embiid. Unfortunately, though, offensive rebound by the Raptors again. And a handoff to Ingram, who drives it again with a Euro step, lost the ball. He fumbles it, but Toronto gets it back. They have to go with a prayer. That's no good. Edgecombe tips it away. It goes out of bounds. And again, the Raptors are going to have another opportunity. Let's turn up the 2K difficulty, Adam Silver. Oh, man. I like this. No, I'm kidding. 66-40 is the score with 6:15 left to go in the second quarter. I mean, it sounds just so weird saying it. 7 offensive rebounds for Toronto, yet they're down by 26, and here's another catch and shoot 3 by Ingram, and he can't even knock it down. They had 4 offensive rebounds, and they came up empty in the gas tank with that. Embiid rolling down the lane, puts it up, and jams it in! Oh, Joel Embiid going to the rim and turning back the clock with the sledgehammer dunk. That was absolutely awesome. 68-40. He was explosive on that play. And he's been trusting his knee more. That is a great sign. 68 points to 40 out in Toronto. Embiid gets it again. He's at the three-point line, looks to attack, lost the ball, goes into the backcourt, and he's just going to let it roll on out of bounds. It'll be a backcourt violation anyways. Gosh, Joel Embiid even dunking and just taking it over towards the cup. That was a heck of a dunk by the big fella. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go, Sixers. I cut that call. That was awesome. Oh, man. On the vertical side, it doesn't say that. On the vertical side, it doesn't even show me. What the heck? 5:08 left to go in the second quarter. Here come the Raptors again as Sandro Mamukelashvili just dunked it, and Brandon Ingram got the assist. Barlow with a dunk down low, puts it up and in. It was actually, Jared McCain who got the shot up and in. That was pretty awesome to see from him. 70 points. It's 70-42. And McCain ends up getting called for a personal foul as Martin tried to get him over on the baseline. And Toronto, by the way, is in the bonus. They are in the bonus. 70 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. Is that the most that they've had with 4:44 left to go in the first half? Because that feels like it has got to be one of the highest ones. It just has to be. It's such a high-scoring game for them. Why? Let's put up the vertical scenes over here. I don't know why that is in a vertical break. Whatever. .444 left to go in the second quarter. And the foul shot is good to make it 70-44. Oubre trying to set up a screen for Tyrese Maxey. And Oubre is going to get called for a personal foul as Maxey gets it into the front or past half court. But gets called for tripping the defender there. PG and Joel went backwards a few years. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. 4 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in this first half. Again, dude, I'm so happy to see you on here, man. I really am. Big shout out to you. 4:28 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers get an easy steal. It was Joel Embiid who came away with a pick off the bad pass by Jamal Shead. Maxey works around the screen, crosses over, gives it back to the big fella. A handoff to Maxey, and another three, and another one. 73 points for the 76ers. The pick-and-roll offense has been unstoppable, and so is the pick-and-pop offense as well. Here's another three by the Raptors. In and out it goes. Embiid tracks down his fourth rebound of the game. Joel and Maxey have put up half the Sixers' points, 36 to be exact. Maxey to Embiid again at the top of the perimeter, and he hands it off to Oubre. 8 seconds left on the shot clock here. Oubre's tray. The bank was closed that time, even though a hand was in his face. Almost got that one on in. Embiid plays solid defense. Unfortunately, doesn't get the offensive rebound. It's tipped back out to another three-point shooter, and that's Jamal Shead. And Dominic Barlow catches it for the Sixers. They will take a timeout with 3:17 left to go in this second quarter, and they'll be back in just a little bit. 73 points for the 76ers with 3:17 left in the second quarter. Unreal stuff. Oh, gosh. Bro, I went absolutely berserk when Joel just threw down that dunk. I wasn't going crazy, right, chat? I wasn't going crazy. After the Raptors' overtime win last night, they are taking tonight off, says Stevie. I don't know, man. They've allowed 28 points in the second quarter and 45 in the first. I'm sorry that you have to witness this. That's brutal. That's brutal. DN says JJ did too. Stop lying. We kept it cool. I wish I had that. I have to cut the call again. I got to do it manually. I thought that the vertical stream had me on the live too. It did not, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to recut it, which it is what it is. But yeah, it is what it is. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, folks. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We have not heard any news yet about how the Bo Bichette meeting went today with Philadelphia. We saw that Ken Rosenthal tweeted out before. Actually, didn't tweet it, but he talked about it on fair territory. How he thinks that there's going to be a deal that's done. But no news on it yet. No news. Boston, by the way, is up 56-53 at halftime. That game is on Peacock. Utah and Cleveland are tied up at 76. However, there's 6 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter. I've never seen the Sixers just explode like this in a game. Never. Maybe, actually, a couple of years ago, they did have... What was it? They had like 80 points at the half, but at this rate, they're going to pass 80. I'm liking how the Nats stayed fairly quiet. New GM trying to find his way, says DN. Yeah, well, they're trying to build something, you know, and I think that their future actually is pretty bright, not just with James Wood, but they have some nice prospects, and I think that they're I think that they're trying to build something, and I'm okay with how they're doing. I think that they're taking the steps in the right direction after getting rid of Mike Rizzo, and Dave Martinez. They moved on, and I think that they're heading in the right direction. 73-45, we just have a technical foul called on Jabari Walker. Paul George and Edgecombe just entered in for the Sixers. Emmanuel Quickley is going to be the replacement for Elijah Martin. The tech was issued on Nick Nurse. Or no, it was on Jabari Walker, but Nick Nurse was talking over to the referee on the sideline. The foul shot was good by Brandon Ingram. And the Sixers are going to get the ball back, of course. They'll advance it into their own front court. 73-45. Embiid down low on the baseline. Tries to give it up over to Barlow, but it's intercepted by Scotty Barnes. The ball ended up getting tipped. It was a bad read. Barnes got the steal. A handoff to Ingram at the top of the perimeter. Crosses over. Gives it over to Sheehan. And down low to Scotty Barnes again. Ingram on a drive to the basket. Tries to lay it up and in. He's fouled by Barlow. And Dominic Barlow with his third personal foul. That's not good for him. And Toronto, again, just to remind you, they're in the bonus. Tampa Bay is absolutely destroying the Flyers. It's now 4-1 as they're almost ready to go on into the third period. That's not good. Flyers are not playing good hockey, it seems. Free throw number 1 by Ingram. Got it. Jabari Walker will be the next substitution that Philadelphia decides to go with. And he will enter in for Dominic Barlow. That's going to be the end of his first half. Where is everybody tuning on in from? Let us know down below. And by the way, if you're a Raptors fan, how did you become a fan? Just out of curiosity. Love hearing everybody's backstories. 73-47. We cover the Sixers, the Phillies, of course, and the Eagles on this channel. We do a lot of Phillies content. Edgecombe again on the drive to the basket. Looks to kick it out to Embiid. Embiid settles for a tray. Hits off the back iron. Close but no cigar. And the rebound goes to Toronto again. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. 2:25 to go in the second quarter. And a dunk is up. But they're going to call a foul on the floor on Paul George. Regardless, though, that's going to lead to some more free throws. We are 6 subscribers away from getting to the 82-30 marker. Ingram at the line to try to attempt 2 free throws. The Raptors in this game so far, as far as their foul shots, they are 12 for 15, making now 13 for 16, as the first one is good. Tuning in from Denton, Maryland, says Colton. Shout out to Maryland. Big shout out to Maryland. 12 points for Brandon Ingram. 4 rebounds as well, and 3 assists too. 2:27 left to go in the second quarter. The second foul shot, he knocks it down. 73-49. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in this first half here. Sixers offense has gone a little bit cold over the last couple of minutes. Embiid just lost the ball, tries to pick it back up, takes it over towards the left hash mark. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Edgecombe's layup is no good, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it's still going to be 76ers basketball. 2:07 left to be played in the second quarter with 14 seconds on the shot clock. We have a little halftime show coming on up during the break, and then we also have the second half and then a post-game show. PG just put in 2 tough minutes, says old man Ferguson. Oh, my gosh. You really don't like the guy. And B with a step back J. Got it to go. 75-49. Keep talking trash to my guy. And the ball ends up going on out of bounds. 1:49 left to go in the second quarter. And so Edgecombe gets the inbound pass yet again. He'll take it over towards the left side of the wing and cross on over and dribble around the timeline. Embiid sets a pick for him. Edgecombe puts up a 3, and Edgecombe knocks down a 3. What's that, his 4th 3 that he's made today? Are you kidding me? Gosh, play that air horn again. 78-49, then the offense picks right back on up. 1:23 left to go in the second quarter. Another three off the near wing. Not quite that time for Toronto. And Sixers are going to just slow the tempo down again. Maxey with a behind-the-back bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid back to Maxey. He gets space, works up a tray, and it's too strong. And Toronto again trying to take advantage. George not out there right now for the 76ers. 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and a turnaround little floater is not that good that time for the Raptors. And the Sixers again get it back on offense. Maxey just inside the three-point line, handing it off to Embiid. Embiid on the left hash mark on the right side, and he gets fouled. Another reach-in foul by Toronto. Whew. I can't stand him, says old man Ferguson. Can't stand him. He's getting paid a lot of money, I will tell you that. A lot of money. Edgecombe inbounded to Embiid. Embiid finds Maxey running down the lane, and he gets fouled. Another nice play call there by the 76ers, and just incredible facilitating from Joel. And so the Sixers will try to go for 80 points. I'm going to look this up. What's the most points? Most 76ers points in first half. The most points that they ever had in the first half was 75 against the Bulls. And they just passed that. 78 points and now 79. I thought that they had 80 a couple of years ago. And I was thinking that was the Bulls game. But no, it was 75. 75 points. They just broke that record today. 79-49, the second free throw, and now it's 80 points for Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers. Excellent. Tyrese has 23 of those points. He's 7 for 9 shooting-wise from the field. Here's Ingram at the top of the perimeter, dribbling with the left hand, crossing over, turning around, putting up a floater, and getting it to go. 17.7 seconds left to go in this first half. 80-51, and the shot clock, by the way, is unplugged. Edgecombe is going to settle for the final shot here at the Toyota sign. Dribbles with the right hand, crosses over, gets a screen from Embiid, and puts up another three-point shot. It's a little bit short. And that'll wrap up the first half. 80 points for Philadelphia. They put up 45 in the first quarter and 35 in the second quarter. So that is the most since December 13th of 2022. That's a season high. 80 points this half. Season high for any half that they've had in their franchise history. And they will go on into halftime. We'll be right back in just a little bit. I love you all. We will be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. From Western Massachusetts, if the 76ers have this version of Embiid all year, they're going to be a tough out, he says. I'll tell you what, my friend, you're absolutely right. And a big shout-out to you for tuning on in. I will be right back. I have to stretch, so I do hope that you guys stay on. But we'll be back for a little halftime show. Don't go anywhere. and gentlemen, welcome on into the Philadelphia 76ers halftime show here on Play by Play with JJ. We got Dallas Mod Girl in the chat. She says, Bo ain't coming on over to Philly. What's going on, Dallas? Oh, man, the Philadelphia 76ers. Nope, you're not drunk. Nope, you're not high. The 76ers have put up 80 points in the first half against the Toronto Raptors, and they lead it 80-51 out at the Scotiabank Arena. Just absolutely insane. But yeah, they're shooting 73% from the field. I'm going to tell you, I called it. I said that the 76ers were going to come on in hot out of the gates. Did I think that they were going to put up 80 points? No, I did not, but don't tell anybody else. But 13 for 20 from three they are. They've made all 13 of their free throws. As far as their shooting today as a team, they're 27 for 37. I mean, just my goodness. 24 points for them in the paint, and everything else has just been from beyond the arc. Maxey has 23 points. He's done a really good job today. I mean, like, my one big takeaway from that first half, again, is that every time that Joel Embiid is used as a screener, he just really makes nice plays happen, and it just gives Tyrese Maxey so much more room to be able to operate with that guy just bringing in that much magnitude, and that's just a very big positive sign, and I really appreciate that. Stupid Raptors better get it together, says Dallas Mod Girl. Well, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. The Raptors ended up winning they ended up winning last night's game against the 76ers, and that was a heartbreaker for Philadelphia, but Sixers look like they're trying to get redemption in tonight's game, and are up 80-51. That is the score of the game. JJ, welcome to Toronto, says Dallas. Dallas Mod Girl. RB has to be waking up the neighbors. He's probably saying, wake up! Knocking on people's doors. Wake them up! Yes, sir. What's the record for first half? That is the record. That is the 76ers record. 80 points in any half is a franchise record for the 76ers. I looked it up. So, but yeah. Ray, isn't that crazy? It's really wild. How about Kepler on roids and still sucks? Makes you wonder about the Phillies medical staff. Who's next is old man Ferguson. Oh, man. I want to focus on the 76ers because that's the only thing that's making me happy right now. Everything else is depressing, and I'll tell you what, 80 points for the 76ers. I really can't shy away from that. But now I hear you about the Max Kepler stuff. I hear you about the Eagles stuff. I understand. I get all of that. I don't want to be soaked on into it all, but you know, it's been a tough couple of days. That's for sure. But Maxey, Edgecombe, and Embiid in tonight's game have put up 52 points, guys. 52 points. They are combined in this game 17 for 23 from the field. I mean, like, what else can you say? Part of it is that Toronto has just done a terrible job on defense, but if you're the Sixers, like, you always ask yourself as a fan every single night, can the 76ers, or whoever you're rooting for, can they make their opponent pay? And that is what the 76ers are doing right now. They are destroying them, they are mollywopping them, and they are just doing everything that they can on offense every single time that they go out there. Honestly, when it comes to just how many possessions they've had, on literally 75% of those possessions, the Sixers are scoring. What more do you want from them? You know? Like, really. They're scoring on 75% of their offensive possessions. And even some of the shots have been really awesome, too. Joel Embiid. That dunk was awesome. Joel Embiid just continues to prove me wrong. He continues to shut me up, and I'm all here for it. That dunk, he's trusting that knee now. He's trusting that knee now, And obviously, he has to stay healthy. But gosh, as you continue to watch the 76ers and as you continue to watch Joel Embiid just get better and better and better, it's really hard. It is so hard to not be able to contain all that joy and excitement with what he's doing right now. I need to see it in the playoffs. I hear you. For those people that are like, I need to see this stuff in the playoffs, I understand. I get it. I hear you loud and clear. I've been watching sports for a lot of years. I need to see this in the playoffs. I understand that crowd. But if he wasn't doing that now, then he wouldn't be happy either. So it's a lose-lose situation. But it's valid. It's valid, but I'm happy that he's doing it now. And he continues to look better and better. What else are people saying in the chat? What else are people saying in the chat? We got to win the game, says Dallas. How the Flyers doing, JJ? Don't talk to me about that. No, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about the Flyers right now. And actually, overall, I've been really happy with how the Flyers have done this year. They're really heading in the right direction. But the game that they're playing against Tampa Bay, definitely want to throw that into the garbage can. For now. That could still change, but probably won't. Flyers are 0 for 2 on the power play. Tampa Bay is 2 for 2. Thanks. Bet this turns into a game. Watch, says old man Ferguson. Bet this turns into a game. Oh, gosh. Isn't that what all the Philadelphia fans say? I hope not. But he says, bet it turns into a game. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Call me a young fan. I don't care. I don't care. I don't think it will. 80-51, though. I will say this. As far as the second half goes, guys, the Philadelphia 76ers need to just continue to dominate on the defensive side of the ball. I've really thought that the 76ers have done a much better job tonight defensively. Part of the reason why is because, say what you want about Paul George's offense, but when he's back there from a defensive perspective, he does make a difference. He just does. He anchors guys down, makes the job a lot easier for guys like VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey to play more as guard perimeter defenders rather than interior defenders. So that does make a difference. And the Sixers are winning out in transition. They just are. So they need to do that still in the third quarter, and they cannot collapse. And the one thing that does stick in the back of my mind, and I can't ignore this, is that Nick Nurse can't get too complacent here. Because we have seen, as much as I don't want to say this, but you got to be realistic here, man. You have to be realistic, and you have to acknowledge this. Nick Nurse has done a bad job at adjusting. We've seen it a lot of times this year, and hopefully that's not the case in tonight's game. That's the truth. It just is. But yeah, what impressed you the most about that first half, chat? Let me know down below. What impressed you the most? How do you guys feel? Hard for the Flyers to play with all the guys out, says Ferguson. Old man Ferguson. Raymond says impressive. Impressive. It wasn't impressive first half. It was. It was. All right, so we should be ready to start off the third quarter in a couple of minutes or so. You see the guys shooting around. It does say ready to start the third quarter in 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. Oh, man. How the Steelers doing right now? Let's put on the Steelers game very, very quickly. Steelers up 3-0. They're in the second quarter. We might go raid Dr. Delay or Rising Rhino. We might do that. You know what? Let's actually go do that right now. Let's go say hi to to Rise and Rhino first. We haven't done a raid in a really, really long time. Let's go say hi to Rise and Rhino. All right? We'll go say hi to him. Let's drop his link down below. His vertical stream always confuses me, but it is in the title this time. That's good. All right, let's go say hi to Rising Rhino really quickly. All right? I'm going to drop his link right now. All right. Wow, PJ Defender, how much does he get paid? I love you, man. All right. All right. We'll be right back. So we are ready to start off the second half. Philadelphia leads at 80-51 out in Toronto. Let's go. All right, so we're ready to start off the third quarter. Here's Tyrese Maxey giving it over to Joel Embiid. Maxey back to Embiid, Embiid back to Maxey, and Embiid gets it back, puts up a fadeaway two. And that was a tough shot, and he almost made it, but almost does not count. Rebounded by the Raptors. Again, Sixers almost came away with a steal, but they're going to actually call turnover on Toronto. Manuel quickly handed it off over to Brandon Ingram, and then he just traveled with the basketball, and that was the right call. Paul George with 8 points in 12 minutes. Joel Embiid with 17 points in 19 minutes. And then Maxey with 23 points in 17 minutes, and Edgecombe with 12 points in 19 minutes. Sixers tried to get a three on the other side, and it was Joel Embiid who missed a fadeaway jump shot, and that was no good either. That was a step-back three from him, and it was a little bit off. 80-51, Toronto down by 29 points in this game. Barnes with a fadeaway baseline J off the mark, and it'll go off of Joel Embiid's hand and knock on out of bounds. Would have been a tough angle for him to get that rebound there. Not able to haul it on in. Okay, thanks so much, Steve, for going on over to say hi to my man Rising Rhino. Haven't done a raid in a little bit of time. We certainly owed that to him, especially because it's NFL playoffs. Ingram tried to go up with a baseline jump shot. He couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Toronto. And another three by Brandon Ingram, and that's no good either. Edgecombe with the rebound for Philadelphia. And the 76ers trying to take advantage again. George, step back, fadeaway two. Got it. A shot by Paul George on the turnaround baseline jump shot. And the lead goes up to 31 points for the Philadelphia 76ers. 82 points to 51 with 10:15 to go in quarter number 3. Ingram inside, outside, quickly for a tray. And he knocks down the three-point shot from the far wing. Oh, gosh. Don't want to get him going. 82-54. There's Tyrese Maxey again working on offense for the 76ers, conducting the traffic, controlling the tempo. George spinning, turning, putting up another elbow jump shot. That was not even close, but it was very well guarded that time by Toronto. Ingram got the rebound, tries to go coast to coast, and he ends up throwing it away. Thought he was going to shoot that, but he passed it, and it was supposed to go to his teammate, Scotty Barnes, not able to do so. Wow, PJ, a defender, how much does he get paid? I love you, man. Maxey, another step back three-point shot. He airballed it, and it goes out of bounds. Darn it. 9 minutes and 28 seconds left in this third quarter here. All right, come on. Come on, baby. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ, where we go on for Sixers basketball, Phillies baseball, and Eagles football. We're also doing college basketball starting tomorrow, which is exciting. Maxey got the rebound, and the Sixers are going to get the ball into their own front court here. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey at the top of the key. Now takes it over to the logo. Bounce passes it over to Embiid. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid trying to go to work. Puts up a 2. And we have a foul called on Toronto. It'll be on Scotty Barnes. That's Scotty's third personal foul. Barnes this year, by the way, averaging 19.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and 5.3 assists as well. At the age of 24 years old, Scotty Barnes, well, he's been in the league now for 5 years. This is his 315th game that he has started, and his 316th total game. Foul shot number 1 by Embiid. Got it. 83-54. Joel with 17, Maxey with 23, George with 10, and Edgecombe with 12. 83-54. Maxey at the line for one more. Takes 2 dribbles, or Embiid at the line for one more, and he gets it.
Excellent.
And now it's 84-54 with 8:45 left in the third quarter. Here's Ingram again, dribbling with the right hand, taking it outside, and George defending him. Is that Jamal Shead coming on in? Trying to put up a baby floater, or quickly that was, and Tyrese Maxey blocked it. Sixers have Embiid, and Embiid hands it off to Edgecombe. His tray again is good. 87-54. 76ers lead it by 33 points. It's a 7-5 start for the 76ers. As the Raptors respond, Scotty Barnes just pulled up inside the foul line and got it to go. 15 points now for Scotty Barnes in this ball game. Embiid lost the ball, but it got deflected off of a Raptor, and it goes on out of bounds. Okay. Nice. Very, very good. VJ is my goat, says somebody on Twitter. He's having an incredible game so far. 7:50 left to be played in the third quarter. Raptors spot up a three-point shot, and it gets volleyballed out to Jamal Shead again. They've had plenty of offensive rebounds in this game, but every time they get an offensive board, it just seems like they're not able to cash on in. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Scotty Barnes with a tray, and the basketball gods say no. And Maxey comes up with it for Philadelphia. Maxey trying to play physical, giving it up over to Edgecombe, and one more to George for a 3. Brick that time. 87-56. Barnes rolling down the lane, taking it down and throwing it down with both hands. And the Sixers will take a timeout. 7:12 remaining in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. chat. What's going on, David? How you doing, man? He says, hey, JJ, still can't get over that Eagles loss from yesterday. You know, the one thing that I will say is that I'm just, like, this may sound bad because while I hear you about the loss yesterday and it's been on my mind, I'm just, like, I am so beyond thankful that they ended up getting it done and they won a Super Bowl the year before. I've got to see 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime. I know that we want more, and we should demand for more, absolutely, because we should be getting the best out of these guys. But the more that the loss sinks in, I'm just like, damn, they got it done. Because the Phillies haven't gotten it done since 2008, and they came so close. The Sixers have not gotten it done in my lifetime, and neither have the Flyers. So, even with the loss yesterday, it made me also realize, like, damn, I'm so happy that I went to the parade. And I'm so happy that I went out and I celebrated, because I never thought that I would actually be able to do that the night that they ended up winning. You know, and that moment was so freaking awesome. George with a baseline J for the 76ers. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebounded by Toronto. And they have numbers on the other side. That's Colin Murray Boyles, who finishes with a 2. And it's an 87-60 game. Patullo has to go in the next 24 hours, says David. I hear you. No, you're absolutely right. Brian says, I agree. Yeah. Here's Maxey. Alley-oop pass over to Kelly Oubre. He throws it down with both hands. That's the first Tyrese Maxey assist that we've had all game. But no, I mean, all your points are valid, man. Like, there's nothing that you said that was wrong. It's just that the more that I process this, I'm like, damn, I am so happy that we won a championship. So happy. 89-60, 76ers up by 29 points. Edgecombe again takes it over towards the left side of the wing, gives it back to Embiid, chucks up a 3, and that was not even close. JJ, you should talk about Kepler's 80-game suspension. Well, I mean, look, when it comes to it, right, like, the whole thing is, I know that he's not going to be playing with the Philadelphia Phillies this year. I was never, like, the biggest fan of Max Kepler. I thought that it was a good signing because it was a prove-it-year deal type of a thing. As Tyrese Maxey puts up a 3 and puts it on in, 92-60, and 5:25 left to go, and we're in the third quarter, and we have a stoppage in play. That was a nice shot by Tyrese Maxey. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy that we're moving on from him, and we got to figure out what's wrong with our outfield. I mean, I don't know. If it was like during the middle of the season, I feel like it'd be like more of a talking point, but I mean, the guy is definitely going to have some problems trying to get a deal now because of it. But yeah, 92-62, 5:05 left to go in the third quarter as Colin Murray Boyles just tipped in a shot. Here's Maxey dribbling and crossing on over for the 76ers. Takes it down the lane, puts up an alley-oop pass to Oubre, and he wanted to jam that thing in, and it went on out of bounds. He just mistimed it a little bit. That was a sexy pass by Tyrese Maxey. Kepler was horrible, I bet, dude. Max Kepler was terrible. It was so bad. Where do the Eagles draft this year? Where's the draft taking place, or where do they look for drafting? Well, they're going to have to look for a tight end, that's for sure. Dallas Goedert, I don't think is going to stay. So they're definitely going to have to draft a tight end. No doubt about it. Here's a layup that's up, and that's good by the Toronto Raptors. It was Colin Murray Boyles who got it up and in to go. And now that makes it 92-64. 4.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Edgecombe gets it over at the top of the key for the Sixers. Bounce passes it over to Joel Embiid, and Embiid down low to Jabari Walker. It goes out of bounds. It was blocked by A.J. Lawson. And the Sixers are actually going to challenge this. They will challenge this. And Walker really does not think that he touched it last. So That's why there will be a challenge. But yeah. As far as their draft pick goes this year, what is their draft pick? Eagles draft pick 2026. Excuse me. The draft order for the Birds this year. They have the 23rd overall pick. The 23rd overall pick. They have 1 first-round pick, 1 second-rounder, 2 third-rounds, 2 fourth, 2 fifth, 1 sixth, and nothing in the 7th. So that's where we stand. According to this article, they think that they should go with tight end first as well. And then second, they think that they should go cornerback, which is interesting. And then safety. Cornerback, safety, then edge. And then offensive line of depth. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, Kepler was terrible, dude. Kepler was awful. And I'm happy that the Philadelphia Phillies are moving on from him. So that's really like where I stand. I don't really have like much else to say about the Max Kepler stuff. It's sad, you know. He definitely hurt himself, costed himself, and yeah. Sixers actually won their challenge and ended up retaining the timeout. 92 points, 92-64 is the score right now between Philadelphia and Toronto. So it was last touched by A.J. Lawson, and they actually said that Lawson did commit a shooting foul. And he did. That was actually the right call. So we'll have 2 free throws coming on up for Jabari Walker. Embiid has 19, Maxey has 26, and Edgecombe has 15. The Dembona will step in for Joel right now. And Jabari at the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. Well, this might be the type of game where hopefully with the last 5 minutes to go, you'll see some Kyle Lowry minutes. First free throw, Jabari Walker missed it, and that's the first missed foul shot tonight that Philadelphia has had. They were 16 for their first 16. The second free throw is good, and that makes it now 93-64, so that's good. 4:10 left to go in the third quarter. Bona nearly blocked a shot. It was a layup, but just mistimed it a little bit. And they gave Emmanuel quickly the 2 points. It was not a goaltend. Ended up making the layup. Oubre, Maxey, Edgecombe, Walker, and Bona out there for the 76ers. Maxey lost the ball, goes out of bounds. He fumbled it, and it'll be Toronto basketball. What's the score of the Flyers game right now? The NHL, according to NHL hockey, they are down 4-1 in the third period. Tampa Bay is up by 3. Who got the goal? Dvorak. Dvorak got the goal. Nice. That's good. 93-66, 3.5 minutes left to be played in the third quarter. Adem Bona just had a nice rejection on the other side, but they call it just a little bit late, as they will say it was a goaltend. He got up there, though, and just went flying on over to the rim. 93-68, and another 2 rewarded to Toronto. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and the Sixers' lead is up to 25. Edgecombe with the shot clock winding down, crossing over, taking it over to the foul line, and he throws it away. Sixers getting a little bit sloppy with the basketball. Don't want to do that. Adembona was the intended target on the bounce pass, and he probably should have had that. He should have. Yeah, it just went off of his hand. It was a great pass. And Toronto has control of the ball yet again. Here's Ingram backing down Kelly Oubre Jr. As a screen comes. Ingram inside, outside to Shead. Shead throws it. And one more pass. It's good for a three-point shot. So Jamal gets the hockey assist. Colin Murray-Boyles gets the assist. And A.J. Lawson gets no assist, but he makes the three. Oubre on a drive to the basket. Tries to lay it up. Puts it up. And he puts it on in. On a contact there, too. They did not call it. 95-71. Sixers up by 24. And nearly almost had a steal. And Mamouche really just missed that layup for Toronto. Sixers again operating on offense in no particular hurry at all whatsoever. Grimes over on the three-point line on the corner. Gave it up to Jabari Walker. And the Sixers with yet another turnover. Here's a 2-on-1 by Toronto. They can't capitalize. Grimes got the rebound and got tripped up on a personal foul on A.J. Lawson. And that's just the second foul that Toronto has committed in this third quarter. I'll tell you what, the quarter's been flying by pretty quickly. What else we got going on in the chat? If the Eagles head coach stays, does A.J. go? Says old man Ferguson. That's a good. If Patullo stays, then yes, AJ's going. If Sirianni stays, I don't know. Walker for a three. It's airballed, and with 7 seconds left on the shot clock, they're actually going to say that it's Toronto basketball. What? B. Blazin says, yesterday was a tough day. It's good to see this today, says B. Blazin. What's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you on here. Yesterday was a tough day. You mean for the Sixers, or you mean for the Eagles, or both? Because it was a really tough day for the Eagles. 95-71. Here's Shead again, handing it off, and Scotty Barnes lays it up and lays it on in. Just nice little finger work done by him. 1:25 left to be played in the third quarter. Maxey to Grimes on the far wing, crossing over, putting up a three, and that was way off the mark, not even close, wide left. Mamouche parting the Red Sea, laying it up and in. Now all of a sudden it's a 20-point game with 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. LP says both. Yeah, I hear you. Maxey over to George. George crosses over against Grady Dick. Bounce passes it over to Tyrese Maxey. Steps back. Thought about taking the three. Hands it over to George. George's tray goes in and out. And it's 95-75. Toronto on a little bit of a run. They've outscored the Sixers 26-15 in this third quarter as the two by Grady Dick is good. And Toronto not done yet. 95-77. With 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Maxey fades away, puts up a two, got it to go. 28 points in 28 minutes for Tyrese Maxey. And he just continues to be unstoppable in this game. 9 for 12 from the field in this one. Dick hands it off, and another three-point shot, no good. George, rebound for Philadelphia. And a bounce pass to Tyrese Maxey. There's 10 seconds left on the game clock as the shot clock is unplugged. George pump fakes, drives it inside, lays it up, lays it in. And with 1.8 seconds left to go, Toronto has to go up with a prayer. And it's going to be to Scotty Barnes, and they're going to not even get a shot off. Jamal Shead was thinking about taking a three-quarters court shot. Decided not to do so. 99-77 is the score as we go into quarter number 4. Let's go. The Sixers lead it by 22 points. Starting to get a little bit interesting now, I guess. All right, let's do some trivia. Let's do some trivia. All right. Let's do some trivia on the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, I'm going to ask you a 76ers trivia question, and if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. So here's what I want to know. We're going to go easy. Okay. Name me one of the top 5 Sixers players who has the most points in franchise history. Top 5 76ers players who have the most points in franchise history. Just name me one of them. I mean, they're up by 20 points, so I'd like to see Kyle Lowry to see David. Hey, man, if it's with 5 minutes left and they're up by 20, that's cool. But in today's NBA, up by 22 going into a fourth quarter, I've seen, not being a negative guy, but I have seen teams collapse like this. Name me one of the top 5 76ers who has the most points of all time. Allen Iverson, he's number 2. Yes, sir. Iverson, 19,931. Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, not on this list. Nope. AI is... Wilt Chamberlain has the most triple-doubles with 62. Dr. J, he's number 4. Dr. J is number 4. Yes, sir. 99 to 77, and Toronto just made a 2, and I believe that there's going to be one more on that foul by VJ Edgecombe, and it will be. Iverson, number 2. Dr. J, number 4. Let's see if we can get all 5. Hal Greer's number 1. Good job. Nice. And we're missing 2 more. Barkley, number 5. Good. Nice. 99-80 is the score. As the end one by Jamal was good. Here's Edgecombe handing it off over to Embiid. And now Quentin Grimes gets it, and they say play on. Thought that maybe they were going to call a foul there. They did not. Embiid gets double-teamed as they trap him, and he's forced to go up with a contested 3, and that's no good. So we got Greer, Iverson, Irving, and Barkley, and there's one more guy. He's number 3. Billy Cunningham. Nope. Man. 99-80. Dolph Schayes. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Awesome stuff. Very, very great. You guys are absolutely awesome. Embiid's actually number 7. Billy Cunningham's number 6. Andre Iguodala, number 10 on that list. Dude, shout out to the other AI. 99-81. Grady Dick is at the line to shoot some free throws, and now the second one is good. 99-82 with 11:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. So makes both free throws. George with an excellent pass over to Joel Embiid over on the three-point line on the corner. And now it's Edgecombe back to George. George to Edgecombe again. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. I'll tell you what, Toronto's perimeter defense has gotten better. And George with a step back J. Got it with the shot clock winding down. 101-82. I was going to say, I think Embiid is close. Yep, Embiid is technically number 7 right now. Here's another 3, and that's airballed by Jamal Shead, and that's going to go on out of bounds. I don't know why I did that. 101-82. 10 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. By the way, folks, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and turn on the bell icons, too. 101-82. 10.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Oubre giving it down low to Embiid and went right off of his left hand. Grady Dick got the steal, puts up a tray on the other side, won't go. Put back jam, no good. And Grimes gets the rebound for the 76ers. Outlet pass to VJ Edgecombe, and we're going to have a charge called on Philadelphia. It's VJ Edgecombe getting called for the charge there. Good job by the Raptors. I think that was Jamal Shead sacrificing his body. It was. He just went tumbling right to the ground. I missed the question, says B Blazin. Yeah, we talked about, I said, name one of the top 5 Philadelphia 76ers players who has the most points in franchise history, and we ended up getting all 5. I wanted us to get all 5. And we did. 101-82. Grady Dick again, wide open for a 3. And it doinks off the front side of the rim, and then it dangles in between the shot clock and the backboard. I mean, it hit the sweet spot there, but it's not where they wanted it to go. They got to get the mop out and try to dangle it up. Not once, but twice. They got it. They got it. And so it'll be Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 101-82. The Philadelphia 76ers were up by as many as 33, and now it's down to 19. 9:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. George at the top of the key and hands it off to Joel on the near side. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. George, another 3. Won't go. Oubre tips it back to Joel Embiid, who puts it up through traffic and gets it to go. 103-82. Joel Embiid having himself quite a game so far. And we have yet another shot that's good by Scotty Barnes, and he's fouled by Oubre. Darn it. Joel with 21 in this game, 7 for 13 from the field, and 7 boards, 4 dimes as well in this one, too. How's the football game going right now? We did say that we go rate, dot, or delay, and we'll do that once we're in a timeout. The and one is good. 103-85, 7-6 is the score. 45 seconds left in the first half. Oh boy, 9:13 left in the fourth quarter. Edgecombe over to George. George down low to Embiid, and he throws it down again. And so the Sixers lead back up to 20 with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Edgecombe staying on his man, and they give it up to another three-point shooter. That's A.J. Lawson, and he just swished that thing from another area code. It's now 105-88. Here's George, and we have a foul called. It's an offensive foul on Joel Embiid for tripping up his defender. That was Lawson. Darn it. We're not playing smart basketball, says O'Gluffy. 7-6. 7-6. Houston, right? 7-6 Houston? Or is it 6-7 Houston? 8:35 left to go. Yeah, 7-6 Houston. Okay. 6-7. 105-88, 8:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's a layup, no good. Sixers actually played really good defense there. They handed it off over to Paul George, and we have another foul on Toronto. Sixers have committed 3 fouls in this quarter. That's just the first by Toronto. If the Texans lose, they are such choke artists, says Steve. Well, the Eagles. Edgecombe gets the inbound pass for the 76ers. David's laughing about the 6-7 joke. Yeah. 105-88. Edgecombe looking to pass it over to Paul George, and he's fouled by Shea. Darn it. I mean, it was good, but George got tripped up there. Tyrese Maxey will enter back in for the Sixers. 28 points for number 0 and 23 for Joel Embiid. That's the second foul that Toronto has committed. And over the last 30 seconds, Edgecombe is going on over towards the sideline. Nick Nurse looking over at him, and he smiles. George inbounds it over to Quentin Grimes for the 76ers. Grimes gives it up over to George. The ball ends up going out of bounds. 9 seconds left on the shot clock, and it's going to be a turnover on PG. 8:03 left, and that's going to result in a timeout taken by the Toronto Raptors. Okay. We're going to go say hi to our boy, Dr. DeLay. That's what we're going to go do. All right. Let's drop his link down below. We'll go say hi to the doc. Okay. The link is right here. Let's go say hi to the doc. All right. Be blazing with the membership. Be blazing, you are the man. Alrighty. So yes, let's go say hi to the doc. Be right back. Thanks so much for going to support my friend, man. He's absolutely awesome. 105-88, 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Ingram back in there for Toronto. Just lost the ball, gets it stolen by Embiid. And here come the 76ers. Maxey handing it off to Dominic Barlow, going down the lane. Initiating contact, no foul called. Tries to float it up, and he couldn't get it on in. Darn it. 105-88, 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Another three by the Raptors. Sixers are getting pretty complacent here. They've been outscored in this second half, 37-25. Has to be better, that's for sure. 7:15 left to go. Sixers have the ball again. George to Embiid on the foul line extended. Tries to get some space, puts up a shot, and he gets called for a turnover. They're going to wave it off. Darn it. Gosh, Sixers have gotten very complacent here in the second half. I mean, they're not coming up with good plays. There's a lot more isolation basketball. And the lineups just have not been so good either. I mean, this Grimes, Maxey, Embiid, Barlow, George lineup, for some reason, just not doing a good job. JJ's got very good commentary. Yeah, man, he's been he's a Pirates streamer, he's a Steelers streamer, and he does college football. He does the NFL, and he's really good at what he does. So I do encourage you to go check him out. He's also going to be doing some March Madness as well. 105-88, Sixers just got a defensive rebound off of the missed three by Emmanuel quickly. They'll try to take advantage again. It's been a little bit of time since they last scored a field goal. Maxey driving down the lane, pump fake, steps back, turns around, and can't not hit another J. Sixers again, just ice cold. Can they just stop the bleeding here? No. Barlow got a steal as it was dribbled off of his knee, and then Maxey ended up getting it, and we have a foul. They actually really credited Maxey with the steal. Colin Murray-Boyles, who had the turnover, gets fouls Tyrese Maxey. But yeah, he's good. JJ, you put us in the trap over there, so Steve. That was unintentional. I did not expect that was going to happen. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sixers are falling apart. Come on, man. We got it. We got to stand our ground. Tyrese Maxey driving down the lane, puts up a tough shot. He's fouled. The good news, if there's any good news about this fourth quarter, is that the Sixers are drawing contact. It's the fourth foul by the Raptors. Ingram gets called for a shooting foul, and Tyrese Maxey will go to the line. He needs 2 more points to get to 30. Drop those Maxey emotes. Number 1, it's good. 106-88 with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Paul George will take a seat. Philadelphia has 3 timeouts left. Toronto also has 3 timeouts left. JJ has 0 timeouts left because he wants to be on here with you guys. 6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Maxey with 29. And here's number 30. Got it.
Excellent.
19-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. 6:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Here comes Toronto driving downhill. Scotty Barnes finding Jamal Shead in the dunker spot. Colin Murray-Boyles right next to him, and he can't lay it up and in. Sixers get a rebound off of Dominic Barlow's hands. Barlow is right next to Joel Embiid. He tries to give him a screen. Edgecombe over to Embiid. Embiid down low to Dominic Barlow. A handoff back to Embiid, and he tried to throw it in between his defender's legs. That was a terrible pass by Joel. Ingram, Eurostep, nice finish, and it's back to a 17-point game. They cannot put this Toronto team away. 107-90 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Come on, man. Maxey driving downhill, too strong on the runner, and it goes out of bounds. It'll still be Sixers ball. The one thing about the 76ers in this second half, I mean, we talked a lot about the isolation shots that they've been putting up and how it's been too much. The other thing, too, is that, they had a lot of assists in the first half, and the ball movement was just so much more crisp, and now it's gotten very stale. Oubre gets it blocked as he tried to drive it down the lane. It was an easy rejection for them. On the other side, Sixers have VJ Edgecombe foul Scotty Barnes. And more free throws coming up for the Toronto Raptors. And that is, how many fouls is that now on VJ? That's his 3rd. Barlow has 3. Edgecombe has 3. Oubre also has 3. 107-90. Barnes at the line. Sixers' largest lead was at 33. And Barnes gets a friendly roll to go. Hit off the back of the rim and just ended up tailing on it. Scotty has 14 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists. And he hits the second one and converts on that one too. All right, come on, man. Got to get the offense going. 107-92. Maxey gets a screen from Kelly Oubre. And Maxey looking to try to get his first field goal of the quarter. 8 seconds are left on the shot clock. 5 seconds now left on the shot clock. Embiid puts up a tough 2. He had a defender in his face, and he still shot it. Come on, man. What are we doing? 107-92 is the score. 4:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. Another bounce pass to Scotty Barnes. His foul line J is off the mark. Great defense by Kelly Oubre Jr. And the Sixers, again, in no particular hurry. Just trying to milk this clock down here. 4:05 left to go. Maxey with a bounce pass to Embiid, who rolls down the lane, puts it up, and gets the friendly roll right through traffic. And the clock stops with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Timeout by Toronto. Close this thing out. This team just keeps you on your heels. They just humble you. A 33-point lead that was cut to 17. Yep. Tris is here. What's up, Tris? How you doing, Tris? So good to see you. Oh, man. Hello, Play-by-Play with JJ. Today, I wanted to say, hey, no way are Sixers winning this way. Let's go, Phil A. Win it big for Play-by-Play with JJ. Yay. Dude, that is awesome. I love it. Oh, that's great. I read that correctly, too. When you put in the ... I was like, I got you. Oh, my gosh. Thank gosh there's only 5 minutes left. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. I hope it's just too little too late. I hear you loud and clear. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too. Tomorrow we're doing our very first college basketball game of the year, and I'm excited about that. That's going to be really cool. We got the Iowa State game going on tomorrow night. That'll be at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be very, very, very fun. Iowa State against Kansas. Yes. Yes. That's going to be great. And then what? Wednesday, I think we have a doubleheader, right? We got the Sixers on at 7. And then at 11 o'clock, we're doing the, we're not doing the Duke game. What game are we doing? We're doing the TCU BYU game. That'll be fun, too. So we got some college hoops coming on up, and that's going to be great. And hopefully we will see you guys there for that. Until then, though, we still got plenty of time left in this one. I'm sorry, Zombie Nation just, gets me fired up. It really does. Tristis, go Iowa State. Hey, man, go Steelers tonight. He plays and says that feels better. It was a heck of a first quarter for the Sixers. What's up, Doug? Yes, sir. All righty. 109-92. And let's see what this Toronto team drew up out of a timeout. They just missed a 3. Jamal Shead grabs the rebound. Emmanuel quickly is able to lay it up and lay it back in. And now the lead is down to 15. Come on, man. Got to get the offense going. Tyrese Maxey staring. Nobody's moving. And now he dribbles with the rock. Crosses over. Has to pass it to somebody. It's to Embiid. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Embiid with a tough left elbow J. No. And George tips it out over to Tyrese Maxey in the backcourt. That was a nice tip by him. Maxey takes it to the top of the key. Crosses over again. Puts it up from the logo on the pump fake. And gets it to go. 112-94. The MVP stepping up. MVP candidates. Scotty Barnes takes it to the foul line, hands it off, and we have another 2 made by Emmanuel quickly again. No one can stop that guy. 112-96. Cooper DeJean played basketball for Iowa. Yes, he did. Maxey on the drive to the basket, Euro step, and he gets it blocked with 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. and it goes on out of bounds. George has 14 points, Embiid has 25, and Maxey has 33. Again, don't really like the isolation shots that they've been hitting, or that they've been going up with in this game, but it is what it is. Sixers again got fouled. Jamal Shead, who ended up blocking Tyrese Maxey's layup, ended up getting called for the personal foul, and Embiid is going to head to the line. Sixers trying to put the finishing touches on this game, 112-96. Up by as many as 33. It's a 16-point game. And the first free throw by Joel, he cashes it in. And the big fella has 26. Takes a little bit of time before he makes the second foul shot. Here it comes, and that is good. Toronto ready to unleash their bench after the next stoppage of play. 114-96, 2:24 left to go in the fourth quarter. Emmanuel quickly taking it over towards the right side of the wing and takes it downhill. Hands it off to Jamal Shead. Shead back to Quigley for a three. No good. Offensive board by Brandon Ingram. And the putback is good by Colin Murray Boyles. 114-98. 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. George with a handoff over to Tyrese Maxey and a foul taken by Philadelphia. And so the Sixers are going to be in the bonus. And Toronto, Agbaji looked like he was ready to check back on in, and Darko just waved him back on over to the sideline. What the heck? Oh, that's because they can't make any substitutions yet. So it was a personal take foul by Jamal Shead, and George at the line for two foul shots. The first one, he puts it up and can't get it to go. Hit off the backside of the rim. Not a long postgame show tonight. Honestly, I do want to watch the second half of that Steelers game. Kyle Lowry is going to come on in for Philadelphia as he gets a standing ovation from the Toronto Raptors fans. Oh, that is so awesome, man. You know what, man? Say what you want about Kyle Lowry as a 76er, but this guy deserves all the love for what he did against the Toronto Raptors, and even Tyrese Maxey gives him a little standing ovation and tells the crowd to pour it on, dude. That is so awesome. Oh, that's great. Good for Kyle Lowry. Everybody getting their phones out, taking videos of this. It's pretty cool. 115-98 is the second foul shot is good. Let's go, baby. Excellent. Oh, that is so awesome. 115-98. 1:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Good for Kyle Lowry, man. Agbaji back over on the outside. Hands it off over to Shead, and the layup is good by Jonathan Mogbo. And with 1:27 to go in the fourth quarter, the Sixers are going to burn a timeout here. That's great. That's awesome. All right. So, yeah, we'll have a little post-game show after this. Not really too much. I do want to watch the end of that Steelers game. But, yeah. A chill type of a day. For the most part. JJ, you haven't been called to cover for RB in a while, have you? Be blazing. Where was I? Where was I on Friday? Where was I on Friday? How'd you find me? How did you find me, B blazing? I filled in for RB on Friday. I did. I filled in for RB on Friday. 35 points in the second half is not good, says old man Ferguson. Well, 35 points in the second half. Yeah, it's not the best. But I'll tell you what, 80 points in the first half is phenomenal. So glass half full, glass half empty. But I hear you. You're definitely right. JJ, do you think the Phillies will get Bo Bichette? I think that they're going to get Bo Bichette. But the question is, Colton, are they going to get Bo Bichette and bring back JT? And I don't necessarily think that that's going to be the case. Can't wait to see that on TV later, says B Blazing. About the Kyle Lowry stuff. Lowry puts up a 3. No good. Oh, darn it. Dude, that was like perfect. I wish he would have hit that. Trayden Watford's also in for the 76ers. Well, my bad. Of course, I missed it. No. You're good, man. I wanted to make sure I asked him because B Blazing has been like, he's been coming on over to the channel. He's like, dude, he gave me a lot of compliments, and I was like, dude, I really appreciate that, man. I love my guy RB, but no, I filled in for him on Friday. It was, but yeah, it was more of a joke, 115-100. Justin Edwards is also in, by the way. It's Edwards, Watford, Bona, Lowry, and McCain for the 76ers. Sixers did commit a foul. Elijah Martin's at the line for 2 free throws. The first one is good. Makes it 115-101. That's where it all started, man. That's how I found you as well. Wait, really? Really? You found me through RB's channel? I didn't know that. Huh. Shout out to my guy. 115-102 is the free throw. The second one is good. Jared McCain gets it for Philadelphia. Dribbles around the screen. Hands it off to Lowry. Lowry's tray. Ah, oh, darn it. Come on, Kyle. You got to make that. Bona missed the layup. And, dude, he was wide open, too. So Toronto gets it back, 115-102. The ball got swatted away out of Oke Ogbaji's hand. Unfortunately, though, the Raptors still keep it. And so here's a 3. It's blocked by Trendon Watford. Elijah Martin tried to go up with a tray at the top of the key. Watford got a piece of it. Bona got the rebound, and the ball goes on out of bounds. It was probably 2 years ago. Wow. I didn't know that. I met you there, says B Blazing. Yep. Yes, you did. Lowry gets some space, puts up a tray, in and out it goes. Come on. Darn it. 10 seconds left, and that is pretty much going to wrap things up. Toronto puts up a tray, and that will do it. 115-102. The 76ers, they were quiet in the second half, but they had a very explosive first half, and they win by a final score of 115-102, and that is the game. The Sixers take care of business and get their 22nd win of the season. Ring that bell and play the damn song. Let's go! Nice. We'll take it. A win is a win. The Sixers win emotes. Let's go. 76ers, here they come. Philadelphia on the run. Stand up and cheer. Number 1, Philadelphia, here they come. Team of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. I love it. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, it's great. Sixers. That's awesome. Nice. They got the win, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Look, it was not comfortable in that second half. I mean, you sort of were squirming around. You were on your seat. You were sort of like chirping around. You didn't really necessarily think it was going to be a game. But then it got a little bit dicey. It got a little bit uncomfortable. But the Sixers did take care of business. I didn't like how the second half went. And I will tell you this. I thought that that the isolation shots were terrible. I thought that the 76ers were just not able to get a lot of nice passes off. I do think that Toronto's defense did step up and that they were more physical, especially you could tell that they were more so half-court pressing Joel Embiid. But the other thing, too, is that the Sixers, right, if this was a playoff game, you can't do this against a team like the Knicks. Like, you can't do this against a team like the Boston Celtics or even against a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? You're going to have to find a way to get a counterpunch going in those types of situations. But all the shots were falling in the first half, and not a lot were falling in the second half. That's part of basketball as well, but the ball movement does have to be crisper, especially when they're going up against playoff contender types of teams. I don't want to ignore that. But I also have to say, too, that Tyrese Maxey, again, just continues to play out of his mind. And he's my of this game. He is. He is my most valuable player of this game. The Philadelphia 76ers. I loved in that first half. Joel Embiid set up a lot of picks for him, gave him a lot of space to just be able to knock down open threes. The Toronto Raptors definitely took advantage, and they did something about it in the second half, I thought. But I've been saying for over the last 4 or 5 games, Joel Embiid being back just as a screener. Do you understand how much gravity he brings just to be able to provide screens for Tyrese Maxey? As Maxey is now a number 1 option, Joel Embiid couldn't always do that for guys like Ben Simmons, right? He couldn't do that for guys that couldn't even space the floor, like Tobias Harris, right? Or just knock down shots. So when Tyrese Maxey, when you have a guard that's a very high lethal three-point shooter, to just be able to get that type of magnitude and be able to get a wall pretty much to set you up and just create wide open space, you have no idea how important that is to just be able to have that on your team. It's a luxury. So I thought that, again, that was awesome to watch in the first half. Everything was going on in. He even did it for VJ Edgecombe, too, which was really nice to see. So I thought that Joel Embiid was the unsung hero, if you will, of this game because of all the screens that he had. I wish that was a box score. I really do. I think that screening is so important, especially in basketball, where if you see how many screens somebody has, like that really is impactful. Screens off of points. That's really what it should be. I think that is a stat that needs to be held in the NBA. So, the spacing was great in the first half because, again, Joel Embiid's magnitude was awesome. The other thing that I would say as well about this game is this. Paul George did not have as good of a shooting night in that second half. I do have to admit, and I have to be completely honest with you, that his passing has been really good, and he, as a playmaker, it's been very underrated about his game, but it does make a difference. Is he living up to the full max contract that he got? Absolutely not. But when the team is winning and he's still able to make an impact somehow, some way, whether it's facilitating the basketball, whether it's drawing attention, he can still do things. And I'm not like with how he played last year, guys, he was so, just a shell of himself, where it was just so bad. He was not available every single night. And he had the thumb injury was bad. Whatever the excuse was, okay, this guy at least is playing a lot better this year. It's not what it should be, but as long as the Sixers are winning and he's making some type of an impact, I'm okay with it. I'd rather have this than what I had last year, so I'd like to see him make more threes. Thought a couple of nights ago that he was making shots against Orlando. Obviously, he did not play last night, but you'd like to see him make and cash in more three-point shots. That's the only thing that I would say about that. VJ and Tyrese tonight, 11 for 15 from downtown. And again, it's because you're getting space from Joel Embiid. And that's a luxury to have. Your bench tonight, 21 points. 21 points for your bench combined. And you might think, well, that's great. Adembona had no points in 12 minutes. Oubre had 7 points in 30 minutes. Grimes had 6 and 16. McCain had 2 points in 6. Lowry didn't have any points in 2 minutes. And Jabari had 6 and 14. So that's really not good. Oubre continues to get his wings back under him. It's been slow, though. I feel like he needs to establish his own rhythm, and it's been really hard for him to do that. But I'd like to see that get a little bit better. The Raptors just fell asleep, and the Sixers took full advantage. And I tip my cap to the Sixers, at least for how they played in the first half. Got to do a better job in the second half, though. Can't ignore that. But a win is a win, and you'll take that any day of the week. Chat, one word to describe that game. One word to describe that game. I would say that was I would say that it was two-sided. But ultimately, the first half outweighed the second half. Two-sided would be my word. Two-faced, maybe. That's right. But yeah, that's my word that I would use to describe that game. Comments, questions, concerns, comment those down below. I'm sorry. I really do want to get off because I want to go watch the second half of the Steelers game. I'm usually not like this. I like to talk, and I like to have post-game shows whenever I can. But tonight, I do want to go see the Steelers game. But I love you all. Lila Tove. Mark says coin flip. Okay. Coin flip. Not bad. Not a bad word. I think if that's it, though, then I'm just going to wrap it up. So, yes, before I actually do sign off, though, this is what I will say. Tomorrow, we have our first college basketball game. I'll post the thumbnail probably early tomorrow. We're doing Iowa State. We're doing the Iowa State game. And then Wednesday, we're back for the Sixers. And then we have another college basketball game that we're doing at 11 o'clock. So we'll be back on for that. Thursday, we're off. Friday, the schedule's posted on the community tab. You can go check that out, too. But, yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming up. And I'm just I'm really excited with what's going to come this year. I feel like over the last couple of months, ever since baseball season ended, we were doing streams almost every day, and we were doing streams like 2 to 3 times a day, really. And I definitely needed a little bit of a break content-wise to catch up with myself and catch up with my family, but I want to get back in. I don't want to just wait till February to fully dive back in. I know March is going to be a busy month, but I want us to get to March. I'm ready to get back on the bike right now and not just do Sixers and Eagles on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to try to fully get back into this and take full advantage. So we got NFL playoffs this weekend, and we got college hoops coming up along with the Sixers. It's going to be busy, and I'm ready. I'm very excited, so it's going to be great. I think he's getting comfortable with us. We can't trade him. It's part of the family. He has good chemistry. He's not an egotistic guy. Yeah, I'm happy that you bring up that point about Joel Embiid. I'm happy that you bring up that point about Paul George because I do think that he is unselfish. I do feel like that he is getting more comfortable with his role. The one thing that I wish, though, is that I still want him to take shots and not be afraid to do so. I thought that tonight was one of those examples where he wasn't being as passive. He was being a little bit more aggressive, and he was taking more shots, which is a good step in the right direction. But the team, when they start going cold, like what they did in the second half, just to be a little bit nitpicky here, or not trying to be nitpicky here, but to be fair, he'll have to take shots. When Tyrese Maxey starts going cold and Embiid starts going cold, you got to take more shots. And that's how I feel about Paul George. But yes, I agree. He's definitely developing better chemistry, and the team is certainly feeding off of him. So that's definitely a positive, for sure. Good job, says Mark. Thanks so much, man. Good night, good game. I got to get some sleep, brother, man, but I'll be sure to catch you soon. Got to be at work in 6.5 hours, dude. Thanks so much for coming on here. Thank you all so much for being on here. I love you all to death. I will catch you all tomorrow night. If you are going to join me for the college basketball game, I'll be on for that. Going to be a little bit different. It'll be actually really nice calling, stepping a little bit out of my comfort zone and studying and doing all that research. Got to get that stuff done tonight and have all day to do it tomorrow too. So it'll be good. Hopefully it's a good cast. But if I don't see you for that game, I'll catch you for the next Sixers game, which will be on Wednesday. And I'll see you all then. Good night. Lila Tov. Bye-bye.